to another 5-minute build, today focusing on Titans and Arc 3.0. If you've ever wanted a build that allows you to live out your Titan 8 fantasy, well trust me, you're going to enjoy this build. It's a well-known fact that Titans like to rush into danger and beat the crap out of their enemies. However, Arc 3.0 isn't known for survivability. We're going to fix that with this build. The central element of this build is the exotic that no one is talking about, even though it looks amazing in my opinion, the Precious Scars. This exotic was essentially useless pretty much ever since it got added into the game, but now it's been reworked and it's actually pretty amazing. The main trait of the helmet is Kintsugi, and it reads like this. Weapon kills of the same type as your subclass grant a burst of healing energy, equivalent to 60 HP, with a 3-second cooldown, while reviving your stupid teammates grants both of you an overshield. This is what's going to allow us to survive longer, and the rest of the build is going to build off of this to allow us to survive forever. Our first aspect is the Touch of Thunder ability, paired with a pulse grenade, causing our grenade to periodically create ionic traces, granting ability energy when picked up. Our second aspect is going to be Knockout. Critically wounding or breaking an enemy's shield infuses our melee with arc energy, increasing lunge range and damage, while melee final blows start health regeneration and make us amplified. Now taking the build further, we have 4 aspects to choose from, the first of which is Spark of Resistance, giving us 25% damage reduction while surrounded, Spark of Shock, making our grenades jolt targets, and Spark of Ions, where defeating jolted targets spawn ionic traces, finishing off with Spark of Discharge, so that arc weapon final blows also create ionic traces. This combination gives us insane ability regeneration with the ionic traces, insane health regeneration with Precious Scars and Knockout, as well as some damage resistance, but we do need to take it one step further with some mods to truly make this a worthwhile build. Our first 2 mods are Reaping WELLMAKER. After using your class ability, your next weapon kills will create a Void Elemental Well, and Word of Tenacity, picking up a Void Elemental Well grants 40% damage reduction. We are also going to pair this with the new Thruster class ability, giving us a lateral dodge. We are using this as opposed to a classic shield, since it has the lowest cooldown and has no animation, meaning we can spam it as soon as we have it up, which is often, being reduced even further with ionic traces. Since the effect of Well of Tenacity lasts 6 seconds, it's a fair bet to assume we will have near permanent 40% damage reduction when using this build. Our next major mods are Melee WELLMAKER. Powered melee combatant final blows spawn elemental wells, matching your subclass energy, and Elemental Armaments. Weapon final blows with a damage type matching your subclass have a chance to spawn elemental wells. We are pairing this with either Font of Might, granting weapon damage to arc weapons, or Font of Wisdom, increasing our intellect and generating super energy when picking up elemental wells. Either one of these can be useful, Font of Might to defeat enemies faster and in turn regen health faster, or Font of Wisdom to allow us to use Thunder Crash more often and deal high amounts of boss damage, an element that could be lacking in this build. Some other worthwhile mods to equip are Arc and Harmonic Siphon, generating orbs of power when getting kills with arc weapons, with some recuperation mods to replenish health each time we pick up orbs of power. To complement this build and these mods, we'll need to use an effective arc weapon to clear large amounts of ads and utilize all these abilities. There are many good options when it comes to weapons. One I particularly enjoyed using with this build is Wrist Runner. Being a close range weapon with the possibility to chain infinite amounts of ammo without reloading really complements the melee style of this build. But other good exotics include Delicate Tomb, Trespasser, Trinity Ghoul, or any well-rounded legendary arc weapon you may have in your vault. To round off the build, we will equip some resistance mods, Thermoshock Plating to reduce damage from solo and arc damage with Void Resistance, granting us reduced damage from all damage types. And finally, Lightning Strikes Twice to allow us to regain grenade energy. Since Superconductor on Wrist Runner can be procced with pulse grenades, this can be a useful addition to chain health and ability regeneration. This combination of abilities, mods, and exotics gives us the most resistance and health regeneration possible, with some decent ability regeneration, making us near unkillable in most activities. I've tested this build in Nightfalls, Raids, Desert of Eternity, and Legend and Master Lost sectors, and it works wonders, whether playing solo or in a team. If you enjoyed this build showcase, please be sure to like and subscribe for more. I'm planning to do some Void and solo builds, since those are actually still relevant. If you have any builds that you would like me to showcase, be sure to suggest them in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.